Hey, superstar.
What is up, YouTube? Thanks for logging in. So happy to have you guys here live on the Bench Clear Media channel. Big thanks to them for having us today. If you guys haven't been checking it out, don't know what's going on, we've got a little bit of a dueling doodle, if you will. It sounds really aggressive, but Scott and I are just good buddies, and he's already out of the gate here. And I keep thinking, man, I'm just doing a marker. He's doing painting. I could beat him, but I know what's going to happen here. He's going to finish his painting, and I'm still going to have like a blank thing in front of me.
I can't let you win.
No, you can't let me win, and it's not going to happen. But just so we know here, we're drawing Jackie Robinson. So if you haven't seen that, you've seen the title. But we figured that'd be pretty fitting, seeing how this is the 75th anniversary back in April. So it was April 15th of 1947 was when Jackie got his first game up into the majors. And so we thought, let's do a little bit of Jackie and go from there. So wanted to mention before I even get started, again, I don't even know if I'll even get any ink on a paper here, but that's why I'm here. I'm here for color commentary. Scott's here for coloring. Painting. So we're doing Bench Clear's got this big thing going on. Awesome thing for signatures for soldiers with super chat. So if you guys are so inclined, throw a super chat up there. The money would go to signatures for soldiers, and also for a chance for some really awesome prizes, including Scott's painting. So that's going to go into the prize pool. And for you guys that might be listening to this as a recording later, I'm going to give mine away in a second chance drawing. We'll do that July 10th. And all you'll need to do to enter that is to add a comment to this recorded video. And so for those of you that are live, you can go back and make the comment too and enter as well. But we wanted to make sure we included everybody in that. So don't forget to drop some super chats in there and get your entries in to win lots of cool boxes of cards, and there's a cash option, and Scott's painting. We are going to try to get in it as well. Just so you know, if we win the cash option, we're going to donate it back to my cause, which is Cards for Kids with Cancer. That's something that I do where we give some packs of cards to kids that are getting chemo and things like that, so it can kind of take their mind off of what they're doing and just have a little fun with some cards. So I'm going to see if I can't find a marker here to get going before I get totally swamped out. I've got Jackie sliding. I like to draw action pictures, plain white background, so that the player kind of stands out, and action. I like to see the action of the player, and that's what I'm doing. I do like to talk. I don't do faces well. You can see Scott's pretty much just doing a face, which just I look at it and it makes me nervous. So that's how that goes here. I picked one here. We're going to do a white uni, which means I don't have to do too much shading here. There's a little bit of shading that goes on, but I like the easy ones. Not much face, so you're not going to see a whole lot of coloring on my end. And again, that suits my style because I like to talk. Yeah, so it's, you kind of art how you want to art, right? You art what fits you, and that's what fits me. So Scott, hey, what's because I got to slow you down a little bit, what other Hobby Palooza shows are you looking forward to listening to?
I'm looking forward to the one right after this with Bowman 53.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one. Any other ones that you're really looking forward to?
Really, George is on tomorrow with Diamond Yard Sports Cards.
Okay, yeah, George is pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to miss. I hear Stoph and Bob are getting together. I don't know if we'll have technical glitches or whatever, but I'm not going to miss that one. Pepino, I think, is a absolute must-have as far as entertainment. And again, I keep saying this, but like Pepino, and I got to focus on John here, but I get so excited. Pepino's got an awesome collection. I mean, wicked sets, just tons of vintage. Great stories, and I think we oftentimes forget that just because he gets silly all the time. And I usually, if I need a laugh, I just go watch one of his older videos. But I'm looking forward to that. See what happens. There's some ones on there about 90s inserts. I love 90s inserts. I mean, I love vintage. I love everything. Mike O, he's one of my favorite podcasters. I tend to put, like, Mike O's got a nice one where he goes for like an hour and I tend to use that when I drive places. I absolutely love listening to Mike O.
So
as
when
I
you're
drive.
driving, you just talk to yourself?
In my head, I guess.
Oh,
That's
in
a
your
good
head?
question. Yeah, in my head. I mean, I don't
Are you
openly
sure it's in
talk to
your head?
myself. I don't know. It might be out. I don't know the answer to that. There's really only one way. I mean, every once in a while, I'll put the YouTube up and do a live while I'm driving, just if I got something to say. It's like I got to get this off my chest. Yeah, no. Mostly in my head. Mostly in my head. That was a good question, though.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us, because I know we're kind of a departure from everything else that's going on this weekend, and we really appreciate you opening your YouTube mind a little bit.
How did you get started? So you guys need to understand, Scott's like a professional. I'm just like a, I don't know, hack job, whatever. But Scott, how did you get into cards? I mean, I think we've told that story a couple times. There's probably some people that haven't heard that story.
How did I get? Well, I was in
Yeah, what's I guess, okay, as a kid, right, you had some cards or whatever, but as an adult,
Right.
you got a nice story. You were looking at something, and was it in Detroit or?
Yeah, the Detroit Institute of Art is an art museum, and they had a show that had all of the complete T206 set, and I just remember really loving that set when I was a kid. Like, not, but there was a mythology to it. It was just really, really neat, and never thought I would own one. And I got home from that show and hopped on the eBay and bought a couple, and thousands of dollars later, I'm like completely hooked.
Completely broke.
That too.
Yeah, but having fun doing it, right? We all have
Right.
if you budget correctly, you've got your hobby budget, and that's where we go with it. So I'm starting to get some color in here. You guys are seeing the jersey. It's hopefully going to come together. I've got to do some skin tones here. Mine was driving down the road. I was for work. I was in Pennsylvania, and I was riding with a colleague, and we were driving by this card shop, said going out of business. And I thought, well, that's pretty neat. And then he looked over at me and said, hey, did you see that sign? I said, well, yeah. He said, you want to stop? I said, yeah. So we turned it around. We were just going to the hotel we were done for the day, and turned around, went in there, and man, they had everything in there. I mean, everything from like the junk, like a lot of junk wax. And it was like instantly a step back into your childhood. And I mean, I got crazy there. I probably spent a little too much money than I should have that day. But we went back to the hotel, grabbed a 6-pack of beer, and sat on my tailgate and opened cards. And he was an A's and a Brewers fan, and obviously I'm a Red Sox fan. For you guys that don't know that. And we traded cards. Like I was trading Red Sox, taking his Red Sox and giving him some Brewers cards, and like here's two grown adults just playing with cardboard again, and it just ignited a fire, and it went from there. And then I got into modern, and I got back into vintage. I mean, I started out with a lot of junk wax. I think that's a common story though, because that's what you grew up with. But man, I've just become addicted to the whole thing, and I always talk about, everybody kind of collects a little differently. I mean, I got some cards up here. I got my funny cards. I thought I'd bring that up there. There's that Keith Comstock with the ball in the crotch. That's a great one. Oh, by the way, I got these Bob Ross. You see what I got here? Bob Ross. I figured this might help me today. I saw this at the store. Bob Ross Happy Little Tree Mints. And check this out. They're actually little trees.
Nice.
Yeah, little trees. So
I see a couple of super chats in there, so thank you. I can't really look at the screen too much. So I've got Mrs. Reindeer with me.
Hi.
To help me out.
We do have a question.
Okay.
From that 70s card show, they wanted to know, what is the challenges of painting on wood versus canvas versus paper?
All right. Paper's going to wrinkle up on you if it gets too wet. Wood, I'm painting on wood right now, and I really like it. It's very sturdy, and it's kind of smooth. And then canvas is similar to wood, but not so stiff, I guess. Kind of in between.
I'd like to just throw in there, like, for me, who doesn't do this, it's all challenging. There's just challenges everywhere, and mostly in faces and hands. But anyway, I haven't done much painting lately. Well, I mean, I say lately, like in my adult life. Not that I did a lot in my childhood either, but outside of art, like art class, like that's how I'm trained. So thank you to my public school art teacher.
Mrs. Reindeer is a public art teacher, so she said
So thank you very much for that. They exposed me to lots of different mediums. And I don't even know, like, I mean, Scott kind of influenced me a little bit, seeing Scott do some drawing. I said, I think I could draw, but like seeing some of those Project 2020 guys draw, it's like, I think I can do that. And so I just started doing it. The first one was ugly. Actually, you know what, Scott, you're probably 100% to blame, because I think somebody said something about one of those Crayola where you can like take the markers and put it in like a little airbrush thing.
Yeah.
And I was at a Walmart one day and I saw one. And I was like, I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to draw Daryl Strawberry or something. I can't remember or Doc Gooden, maybe. It was Doc Gooden or something. I can't remember what happened, but I'm going to do this. And I played around with that Crayola thing first when I got in. So you're probably to blame for most of this, what's going on here today. Take it or leave it.
Borley, if you've got a question from that 70 card show.
Okay.
Question is, where's Little Leaf, and how does he have the art talent as well?
Little Leaf is up at Grandma and Grandpa's house. They are actually going to a Bible study school this upcoming week. So we kind of shipped them off. We just got done with baseball. Little Leaf and I went to a baseball game last night for our local. I think there's kind of like a single A affiliate. So we went to a baseball game, got in really late, and then we shipped them off this morning with Grandma. So,
you know what I did last night?
What'd you do?
I went to a double A game.
Nice. It's like we're like connected or something.
Right.
So that's where Little Leaf is. And what was the other part of the question? I got a short memory.
Oh, does he have any artistic talent?
Oh yeah, artistic talent. Yeah, you know what? For like, I guess he's 6 or 7, going to be 7 here soon. For a 7-year-old, I'd say pretty good. All of our kids, even Mini Leaf A and Mini Leaf B, they are really good drawers and have really good imaginations. I mean, we try to, promote that. I don't know how you teach it, but if they got something crazy, we just kind of run with it and be like, yeah, that's awesome. Keep going. And man, he came home the other day with it was like 8 sheets like folded of, he's in the Pokemon, so he had some Pokemon dojo or whatever where they have all their battles and there's different levels, and so everything had a different sheet. So yeah, no, he's pretty creative. Yep.
That's great.
I'm gonna try to put some skin in here. I'm gonna put some skin in the game. Gotta make sure I get the right colors. BR2. See, Scott's just going. He's like almost done. I'm not even close. What other stories we got here? The drawing thing's been fun, and I have not done this yet, but I need to get out my portfolio and show everybody all the drawings I've done and had signed. People keep asking. I know Don, if Don's in here, Don Field of Dreams keeps asking me to do it, and I need to do that.
You do need to do that.
I do need to do that. BR2. Let's start with this lighter brown, I think.
All right, so Pepino Man has asked a question. And
Okay.
I know. I'm not sure whom it is directed at, but he wanted to know if it's hard to draw feet, because he wants to commission a foot drawing of your foot to satisfy his foot fetish.
That's all you, Scott. I think he's asking that of you. I don't do feet. I have a hard enough time with faces and hands. Now you want me to do feet? It's just not going to happen.
That's what you want, Pepino Man.
Oh man, this is
I'm not here to judge.
This is what we get, man. When you're an artist, that's the kind of stuff that you got to do, right? Foot commissions.
He wants my feet?
I think that's what he was saying. He wants your feet.
I'm not sure who he was directing it at. So.
You know, and if you hadn't heard that story too, like I'm gonna go back to that card shop that was going out of business. They're still in business, by the way, and that is John, Wade Boggs fan. That's his local card shop. So pretty small world there. And actually, I was in there. I went back. You know, once you catch the bug, I went back there to get some more. Right, you got to get some more to scratch the itch, right? And I went back, and they're like, "Oh, you're a Red Sox fan. There's a guy that lives around here that's a really big Wade Boggs fan." Like, you know, and they underplayed it. They're like, "Yeah, he collects a bunch of Wade Boggs. He's got a lot of stuff, whatever." And I was like, "Wow, I'd really like to meet him." And you know, he had this guy came in. He's loading up an old magazine shelf that they had, and I helped this guy load it in. And as I was coming in, you know, you need some help, and I helped him load it in the trunk. And I was like, you know, I went in and got some. I was like, "Hey, did that guy ever come in?" And he's like, "You just missed him. That was the guy." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just met him." And then, you know, and then he's gone, right? Because I want to just like chat with him, and I was like, I'm not lying. This sounds crazy, but I was like, I wish that guy would make a YouTube video about Wade Boggs. You know, so I was on the search, like, I'm gonna try to see if he's got like a YouTube video, you know, channel that he shows off this Wade Boggs stuff. And there was nothing. Then all of a sudden, he pops up like Wade Boggs fan, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the guy. So like, I had messaged him and said, "Listen, don't think that I'm weird, but I'm the guy that loaded the thing in the back of your car, right? Like, I was like, did you get a magazine rack at this card shop?" And he's like, you know, like, yeah, like, oh, you know, like, who is this guy? Like, how does he know me? And I was like, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm wanting to see you make a video forever. I'm so glad you made a video. You know, it's like kind of sketchy, but so I mean, it's just a really cool story, you know, to go with that.
So we have another question from Ken's Cardboard.
Again,
He'd like to know what your
Ken?
favorite medium is to use when creating art.
What you got,
In
Scott?
general, for both of you.
go ahead, Four Leaf.
You know, I've been really sticking with the marker and this. I use a watercolor paper with markers, and the watercolor paper seems to take the marker. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but
You know,
I have no clue what I'm doing really, but I really like watercolor. I've done a little bit of watercolor in the past before I started doing some sports drawings, just a little bit. But like I drew like the house I grew up in and gave that as a gift for my mom. And like when I got married, we do this like wedding contract kind of thing, and I drew a kind of a meadow with some trees and made a poem on it for my wife when we got married. And I really do enjoy watercolor, but I've kind of come back with the sports drawing and done some watercoloring with it. And it takes a lot because you've got to mix all the colors. So you get more colors with paints and, you know, watercolor, but it takes me more time and it's messier. So just like having the kids and stuff, it's easy just to like grab a sheet of paper, put a sketch on it, and just hit the markers. You know, it's like fast. So and then I can just put it away and then take it out, and it actually travels fairly well. I got this board. So in general, I like doing art in anything. I like being creative. But for this, I really like the markers in the paper. It's just super simple and super fast. And I find that I do it more frequently if it's easier. Kind of like anything in life. How about you, Scott?
I'm pretty moody, so I change my mind a lot. Lately, I've been really wanting to paint because I like how flexible it is. It is messy, but messy's good. But, you know, some days I'll be wanting to draw with charcoal or whatever, or markers. But today I want to paint.
So you guys had this comment from Bill, the HOF collector.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Bill, the Hall of Fame collector.
Oh, sorry.
The
Hall of Fame collector. Sorry, Bill. And it's not really a question, but I thought you should know this because you can't see it. It says that he has a tremendous Doc Brown drawing from Scott.
I saw that this morning on your stream.
Yeah, we were checking it out. We take notice of that kind of stuff.
He just got it signed by Christopher Lloyd.
Yep.
That's really cool.
I was excited.
His wife was excited. And
Bill's wife is an art teacher too.
oh, okay. So that's right. It's
Really?
a public school art teacher. I wish I had both your gifts. Shout out to your wife, Bill. That's great. Oh, question about that 70s card show was saying how many different brushes are being used?
I've been using 3. I've got 2 more in my back pocket here, but there's 3 here.
Okay. And Ken's card bearer wants to know: Do you have to finish these before the hour is up? And how does he get these art pieces?
All right, we decided we don't have to finish because we actually only have about 50 minutes. But I want to get as far as I can on this face at least. To enter to win one of these for the drawings, you have to put in a super chat.
If you want to win Scott's, you got to put in a super chat. I'm gonna do mine as a second chance drawing because I know there's some folks that aren't in the live and are gonna be watching it kind of later. So I'm gonna have if you go back to the recorded version of this, leave a comment. We'll pick a winner. I think I'm gonna do it in a live stream on July 10th. I just gotta make sure that I know we have like a family reunion or something earlier in the day, so we'll probably do it later in the evening, like 9:00 Eastern or something. We'll pick a winner.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt real quick for you guys.
Go ahead, Mike.
We're going to do a special. If you super chat to enter to win Scott's painting of Jackie, you have to super chat in this one and this one only. It's going to be its own drawing on Monday for the people that super chat at least $5. If you do $20, you will get 5 entries. So that'll all be special since Scott's doing this, especially for Hobby Palooza. He will have his own. It won't be part of. You won't be in with the hundreds of other people. Since you're taking the time to watch this, you get a chance to win this drawing. So if you want a chance to win the Jackie, you better super chat in this one. So I wanted to throw that out there.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
So that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. I like that. So there you go, guys. Drop a super chat in there. I was trying to super chat too. I don't know if it's because I have a Samsung or something, but it says I have to have the right browser or whatever. So if you're having any trouble with that, you might need to do it on a computer. Again, I'm not a technical kind of guy, but there was something funky going on with my phone where I had in the past been able to super chat, and then today I haven't been able to. So I'm going to try to figure that out because I do want to get in for signatures for soldiers. I think that's just a good thing, and I want to support that. So I'll be looking at that. But if you're having trouble, you might need to sign in from a computer. Maybe something. Get some color here. You guys see? I'm going to move that out this way. We're doing some legs here. Mine's starting to come together. The strategy on mine was to have a really nice, like a lot of white uniforms. I don't have to do a lot of coloring, so I can keep up on speed. How are we doing on? I don't even know what time it is.
Yeah, how are we doing on time, Jen?
2:23. I feel like last year we did Tatis, right?
Yep.
And I feel like I'm in a really good spot compared to last time.
Good.
Just saying, I'm feeling confident. I don't think I'm going to finish because the face is going to get me. But so Scott's using a couple brushes and a palette, right? Scott, you get a palette over there with a bunch of paint on it, and you're kind of mixing and getting your hues and colors you want.
My palettes.
This is where I'm at.
My palette's actually a top loader.
Wow, man, that's cool. So I've got a lot of different skin tones, and I got a lot of blue tones to get the shading right on the the Dodgers, and the logos and stuff, and the belt and the socks. But I found these at Michael's. They were on sale for $1 each. These are normally like $5 or $6 each. Like when you look at buying markers, these are alcohol markers. They're not like just like Crayola. Oftentimes these will be like $5, $6, $7 each. And they had these ones on sale for $1 each. So I bought a bunch of them. So I'm trying those out. I like them because they have kind of like a fine, almost like a brush tip. Actually, there's 2 tips. There's like a chisel, but I never used really the chisel part. But I got a set of these alcohol markers. If you're looking to get into it, I got like a set of 168 of them for like, I want to say $50. And it had, 168 colors. You have pretty much everything you need in there. Yeah. But what I found is I'm using a lot of like the browns and, cream colored, like skin colored tones. And so I went out and I got just a skin tone set for like $30. So, and even within that, there's, I don't know how many in that set, there's like 40, but I'm really only using about 12 of them. So you get a lot of markers that are just kind of sitting around, but it takes a lot of markers. But again, I don't have any cleanup. I don't have any brushes. I don't have any, they all come in pouches. So I just take them with and then, and go. So I tend to do a lot of drawing at the hotels at night when I'm traveling for work. So this is starting to look like at least something here, which is good. That's, I should show my Frank Thomas. I made the Frank Thomas one and he's got his black uniform and, hey, I see a super chat there. Thanks, Richard. I haven't been catching them all. Sports Card Nation. There's another one. Thanks so much. And I did the black uniform and it looked like junk. And I was like, I'm going to throw this away. And Scott keeps telling me, he's like, if you're tough with faces, you got to draw the face first. Because if you mess it up, then you can throw it away without putting all the time in. And I do exactly the opposite of that. I like to do the rest of it first. And I save the big tough part for the end. And I never throw any of my art away. Just like I feel like I'm a winner all the time. So it's going to be good enough because I keep my expectations fairly low. And that's a good way to go through life. If you don't expect too much, you'll be happy every day. You got to have some. I say that from the perspective of somebody that really criticizes himself probably more than he should. So I'm already a competitive person by nature. And so I have to remind myself sometimes, it's better than you think it is. My mom actually told me a story the other day because I've kind of been showing her some of my artwork. Is there a question? Okay, I'll tell my mom's story afterwards. But.
Okay. Ken's Cardboard asks, Scott, has Topps contacted you for their Topps Living set?
No.
Ken, why is that for Scott? Why is that question just for Scott? I mean...
Hey, Eric, has anybody contacted you for their Topps Living set?
Why, thank you, Scott. Nobody has also contacted me, so I feel like we're on the same level as artists.
All right. Same level indeed.
All right.
Oh, man.
That 70s Card Show asks, have either of you painted a Costanza?
No. I really want to. It'll be fun.
A George Costanza?
Yeah, where he's on the couch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, oh man. We should do that. We should do that next.
What we were doing, we're drawing Jackie, and we could have done that.
I know, where are we, where are our minds at thinking about that, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just don't know. It's interesting looking at this in the camera. Like I have some pretty serious shading that I came in the beginning with a very light gray, and you can see it in person, but on the camera you don't see it until I get to this next hue. Pretty cool.
A few more super chats coming in.
Beautiful.
All right, thank you. We certainly appreciate it, and Signatures for Soldiers appreciates that. I think I was looking at my my VIP signature list. I don't think I'm going to chase as many autographs this year at the National, to be honest with you. Scott and I hung out last year, and Scott knows that I spent a lot of time in that autograph pavilion and chasing some autographs. And I just I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to donate a lot of mine to Sigs for Soldiers. Like that. Got a little bit of dirt here on the bottom here. I'm going to try to, this is going to be a new technique for me. I've never really drawn dirt clouds. I tend to just draw the player and kind of not worrying about I used to draw like kind of like just a little bit of dirt around the bottom of the player just to show that they were like standing. They weren't just floating on a white piece of paper. But this one, I feel like when I think of Jackie Robinson, I just think of him just stealing home base. Like, right. Like to me, that's where it's at. But, and to me, I need some dirt in that action piece. So I don't know if I'll do it on camera today, cause I've never really drawn anything like that, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go to the next hue. I'm just going to go darker on my grays today. So whoever's going to win this is going to get kind of a new style for me, I guess.
What's up, Mrs. Reindeer?
Oh, let's see. That's. I lost it.
You lost it?
Oh, here it is. Nope. Oh, that 70s card show says, looks like Jackie in UCLA. Is that significant at all?
He was Jackie was didn't he play basketball? Wasn't he he went to John Muir High School, right? And then Robinson's older brothers, Mac, who was a silver medalist at the Summer Olympics, and Frank inspired Jackie to pursue his interest. I got some stuff printed off too, just because it's like, we need some history here.
Look at you prepared.
Yeah, I know, kind of. Pasadena Junior College he went to. Basketball, football, baseball, and track. On the football team, he played quarterback and safety. He was a shortstop and leadoff hitter for the baseball team. UCLA. So the event motivated Jackie to pursue his athletic career at the nearby University of California, LA, where he could be closer to Frank's family. So he went to UCLA to be closer to his brother. He was a long jumper there. He's got a picture there. He was listen to this. I hadn't read all of this through this, but he was the UCLA's first athlete to win varsity letters in 4 sports: baseball, basketball, football, and track. Absolutely. I mean, this guy was just a pure athlete. I mean, there's more and more on this, but he won the 1940 NCAA championship in the long jump at 24 feet 10 and a quarter inches. He hit .097 in his baseball season.
Well, that's not great.
Although in his first game he went 4 for 4 and twice stole home, which is kind of how we remember him, right?
Right.
Right. That's how I remember him, man. He's a home base thief. Yeah. So had a military career. I mean, the guy was just awesome. So I'm actually honored just to be drawing him. It's pretty cool. Lots of cool stories. So,
Indeed.
So yeah,
there's all kinds of stories like that, like with other people. Like Jackie was the first, right? But we also need to recognize everybody else who had a tough time getting in too.
Absolutely. There was a quote too that I ran across, and it was really interesting. And just I think he said something about not singing the national anthem because he's, even though he kind of broke the baseball color barrier, he still didn't, there's just, as young people, I say young people, I'm getting older every day, but we probably don't think about it, right? Because there's still some bad things going on, but it's definitely not as prevalent, and we don't I just don't even think about it anymore. That's the end goal, right? I think, but it was a struggle, man, for everybody. It's just crazy, but I don't know. Again, we don't need to get too crazy on that kind of stuff, but just a lot going on there. I can't even imagine just getting into the leagues now, but imagine then he was on the verge of quitting. He's like, you can't make any money in the Negro leagues, right? So he's, why am I doing this? I think he said he was basically his last year. If he didn't get called up, he wasn't going to continue doing it. You couldn't make a living. actually, we were talking to some of the guys in the bullpen last night. It was a youth evening kind of thing, so they were really good with the kids. But we were talking to some of the teams in the bullpen, the visiting team. They don't have a home field. They're like a traveling team, so they don't get paid. Like they just play baseball and they don't get paid. And they're just trying to stick around and learn enough and show off enough that they might get a contract to move up the levels. It's like, oh my gosh, like, could you imagine being like 20 something and just like you're just playing base? I mean, part of it sounds kind of cool, but like, how do you do that and not get paid? But that's got to kind of be what was going on with the Negro leagues, basically. Some of the traveling, the barnstormer guys. I don't know the answer to that. The history's pretty interesting. Makes me want to just spend some time, looking into that. But anyway, you got any other questions?
Sports card.
I knew it.
Your camera got mixed up. Sorry. Sports card. Tadara says, have you ever drawn Oscar Gamble Fro?
Oh my gosh, that needs to happen. I've got a lot of Oscar Gamble cards because I collect kind of like the funny cards. Actually, I should be switching some of these out because I did bring some cards just to we'll take Comstock down. This is can't see it. I moved my camera, but this is we're zoomed in. Thanks, Mike. My first Wade Boggs card that we sent off to Wade Boggs to get to sign, and these are the cards here. Check this out. Oral Hershiser with a bale of hay. Like, what is going on? I love funny cards. I like to think of myself as the #1 funny card collector. I don't know. We got a little group. Hitman 23 is into it pretty good. Stofe and Bob Lewis, we used to get together quite a bit, talk about funny cards. Jesse over at Think Blue 77's got a nice funny card collection too. Here's one. This guy's got Tootsie Roll Pops and candy on a baseball card. Crazy. So I got a bunch of funny. Here you go. Here's Jose Canseco with a shovel. Hey guys, that's the electric diamond version of that, by the way. I know. Big time. Jesse's got a big bubblegum collection. So we love our funny cards here over at Four Leaf. And the thing about the funny cards for me is it allows you to enjoy the hobby and not get crazy, chasing $500 cards. I mean, most of those cards I get in a 10-cent box. They're just in the commons, the junk everybody's throwing away. You see these kind of ones like Vance Law just juggling 4 balls there. I mean, who doesn't love to see 4 balls in Vance Law's hands? Like, what's going on there? I don't know. But here you got one, the guy. There's Randy Wells chewing on his glove. For you Cubbies fans. So, everybody collects a little differently. It's the beauty of this is that we can all find a little part of it to enjoy, right? So,
Right.
I got my cow one here again, super collecting. I this down on the farm from Ginner, that subset. I think I have over 70 completed sets of that now. So I'm a super. If somebody has more of the down on the farm cards than me, I need to meet you. So let me know. We can join it. We can make a group together. But it's that funky stuff, That's the beauty of cards. There's so much out there. There's vintage. There's junk wax. There's modern stuff. What do you got, Mike? What's up?
I have the whole down on the farm set since I have kind of a ranch, so I have that whole.
You got the set. All right. Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
So real quick, y'all have about 12 minutes left, and I wanted to tell everybody again, if you're on this chat or you're on this live stream, you have a chance to win the painting that Scott's doing over on the right. If you super chat at least $5, you'll get in. If you do $20, you get 5 entries. So that's going to be a special raffle just for people. Since y'all are watching this chat live, you get a chance to win that. The one in the middle from Eric Fourleaf, you get a chance to win. If you make a comment on this video, because not everybody can watch the live stream, we get it. But we want to reward the people that are, and we want to also give a chance for those that can't to win the one from Eric. He'll do a drawing on that on his channel, which is 4-leaf cards. So I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks for letting me talk here.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Yep. Thank you. And we appreciate all your super chats. We certainly do. Going to a good cause. So thank you. Thank you.
By the way, you guys have raised $135. So
oh my gosh, that is awesome.
So far,
that is so awesome.
So congrats.
You guys all rock. You guys are all superstars, right, Scott?
Right. I like it.
BR3. I'm looking for the right colors here. Got to go a little bit lighter. The challenge I'm having on this one is it's hard to find many reference pictures that are color.
Right.
So this one here is black and white, and so you got to really look at the hues, and you got to use some interpretation here. For me, that's a little more difficult. Just I'm not used to doing it very much. I'm not trained in it at all, but it's probably good for me to do because it allows me to learn some things here. But I don't know what's going on with his arm here. This is his forearm. I'm gonna have to work on that one. That's gonna be an after-hours project here. Hands, skin tones, all the faces. It's not good. If I haven't said that before, I think you guys get the picture. What was I telling about? I had a picture or a story about my mom. It's my mom, right? I was just saying I was in I think it was in first grade, and the assignment was to come home and draw a giraffe. And I drew this giraffe, and it's good. And my mom's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just drew that giraffe!" Like it was like just the head, and she's like, "That's the best giraffe I've ever seen anybody draw." I'm thinking, okay, that's my mom. And she said I spent like days and days and days like erasing it and redoing it and whatever. And I just was never happy with it. So I'm oftentimes more critical of myself than I probably should be. Scott, you get that way as well too, don't you? I think that maybe that's just like a normal like artist kind of thing. You never think it's good enough. But
right.
So I'm constantly telling myself, again, I'm degrading myself. Like I don't know how to do faces and hands or whatever, but it's probably good enough. BR2.
So I'll probably work on this another 2 hours after we're done filming, and you won't be able to tell, but I will.
Exactly, right? And I'm going to spend probably 2 or 3 hours on that face. and you probably won't be able to tell either. So here's my little cheat sheet. So what I do, just so if you guys are looking at it, and my advice is if you think, oh, that's pretty cool, just do it. Just do it. Get some markers and do it. Get some paint and do it. Give it a shot. Sometimes, who, Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. He started doing some art and he's like, oh, this is not very good. And it came out awesome. Like, go for it. It's just like YouTube and videos, right? If you're watching and you're thinking, how many times do we hear this story? Oh, I was thinking about making videos. Like Mike just told a story about Rick Vintage Oddball Cards. He said, thinking about making a video, just do it. Just absolutely do it. Everybody collects in a different way, and everybody shows things off differently. We don't show our face. Hey, no big deal. That's fine. We're not we'll meet people in person. I love meeting people in person, but on the video we don't. But just do it now. But here's my cheat sheet. So every one that came in there, I put it on. Did the marker. So if I'm looking for a certain hue, that I can figure out what number it is. But that's what I'm doing when I'm like, what number am I supposed to use? So I'm looking for, something a little bit lighter. So I changed the number. But I love watching people draw and seeing the process. A lot of times people are just like, here's my art, but like make a video, show your collections. If you're not going to do art, get in there and do it.
I was talking to you earlier about this, about like how it's cool to make your collection like very unique to you by adding something like this in it. Like I like to paint, so I'm making these paintings and drawings, and you like to connect with people, so that's what you're all about. Like if you do woodworking, you can certainly do woodworking projects that have to do with your collection, or some people really like spreadsheets, and that's
there's something for everybody. And the best part about this is that we're all in it together. Like I just said something on Mike's thing too. Like I even have Yankees fans on here. You know, as a Red Sox fan, you know, I never would have thought, you know, some of my best buds would be Yankees fans, but you know, I mean,
we tolerate them.
We tolerate them, I guess, but you know, now I got a place to send all those nasty Yankee cards. I just load them up. I ship them off to Lou Rock and be done with it. You know, so it's just it's such an awesome community that we have, and the things that we all do together. I mean, you know, I didn't say this either. I didn't plan on doing it, but you know, we had a YouTuber that kind of had a bad time and had some personal things going on, and everybody got together. That brought me to tears, man. Just everybody kind of donated a little bit, and you know, even if it was just a couple bucks or whatever. And, you know, just help them get some food and some things so they didn't have to worry about that when they were going through their hard time. And what a great community we have. Absolutely great community. So, again, if you're here listening to this, whatever, thank you so much for being a part of it. And again, if you're thinking about making videos, just do it. Just do it. Do it your way. Do it your style with your collection. Collect to connect. I say that all the time, right? Collect to connect. Just get in, leave comments for people. I have been bad about responding sometimes. I'm self-conscious about that, but you know, you do what you can do, and you do how you do it. So, what else is shaking? I saw a question there, something about Ohtani, and what was that question there, Jen? I didn't.
So it was comment sort of from Colorado Sports Dude. Love the art of the greats, Scott or Forley. Are either of you into the current stars like Ohtani, or I guess Trout, or maybe for a pitcher, Kershaw? That's the question.
I mean, I'm just into baseball. I mean, I love baseball. I'm more into baseball now with collecting. Like, collecting has definitely got me more into baseball, even I'd say outside of my Red Sox, I guess is how I'd put that. But so I'm a Red Sox fan, right? So I'm cheering for those guys on that team and whatever. But I mean, I love a good player. Like Ohtani gets me excited. You know, somebody that can hit and pitch. We don't see, you know, how often do you see that? Never. The game's changed so much that you're almost guaranteed that you can't see somebody like that. So to see somebody doing that is absolutely amazing. It's good for the game. I mean, if you can't appreciate Ohtani, I don't get it. I don't understand it. You have to appreciate what he's doing, and you know, of course, Trout's good, Kershaw, great pitcher, Scherzer. You know, there's a bunch of good guys out there.
I only like my team.
That's just, I see how it goes. But
everybody
whatever.
else can suck an egg.
Oh man,
Your Sox beat my Guardians yesterday.
That's good. I mean, we were just cold like a dead fish there for a while, but at least we're playing baseball these days. Oh man, I was depressed. I was just thinking I'm gonna have to go root for whatever somebody else. You know, is it football season yet? Normally that doesn't happen until later in the season, but it is what it is, I guess. I love baseball. My problem is I love everything. I love old, I love new, I love history. I love it all. The problem is, what'd you say?
You love Sandinas.
Sandinas, yeah.
Bill and Ted reference.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
We're at 2:48.
We're coming into the headway here, so we're not gonna overgo. But so if you got any last minute stuff, get it in now. Any last minute questions or comments or whatever. It certainly has been fun here. I'm looking forward to the National, by the way. If you're thinking about going to the National, just go. We're all going to get together, all the YouTube and internet content creators Thursday night, and I'm to be honest with you, my budget is going to be less this year. I know some people are bringing more, but I'm bringing less, and I am going to focus more on hanging out. I'm going to spend less time in that autograph pavilion, and I'm going to be out on the floor more, just looking for people, seeing what they're doing, and having a chat about what they're buying and what they're looking for. And I'm really looking forward to hanging out most of all.
Michael Jordan paintings. Be sure to check out Alex next with Bowman 53. That's going to be a good time.
That's going to be a good one. He's always a good time. So
yeah.
And we're going to just keep on working on this. And again, I'll do a live stream to give this one away July 10th in the evening. Probably, I think it's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. So somewhere in that time frame. So certainly appreciate everybody. And if you guys are open to anything, best of luck to you. Don't forget to collect to connect. That's what we are always talking about, meeting those people, making those connections, and have an awesome day from the Four Leaf House.
Hey guys, this is absolutely insane what you got. I'm just sitting here just mesmerized watching you guys. I even put in a $5 donation myself, just so y'all know. I'm eligible because it's just a it's a spin of chance.
Thanks for having us back again.
Yeah, certainly appreciate it.
You bet. Y'all raised a total of $145 during this stream. So thank you guys, and thank you
everyone
to do this for the community. And they'll keep working, and y'all go check out Alex. He's up next. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thanks everyone. Have a great day.